Hello, farmers, and welcome to another episode of the harvest season. My name is Al,
And my name is Kevin.
and we are here today to talk about cottagecore games.
Yeah. Woo.
Uh,
The cottage core game.
well, I mean,
More
lots of other ones as
specifically.
well, but
No,
yeah,
but
what Kevin is
the.
talking about is we are going to this episode do a Stardew Valley character tier list. So we're going to go through every character in Stardew, and we're going
And
to
judge them.
tier them, list tier them. We're going to
Yeah.
judge them and put them on a tier list from
Gonna be
S to D.
catty and biased and mean.
Oh, we will be mean. There will be lots of mean because these people
Oh,
don't
there's.
exist.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say, see, people are awful, and I was going to agree.
uh, before we get to that, we're going to talk about a bunch of news. There's quite a bit of news this week. But first of all, Kevin, what have you been up to?
I've been not much game wise, to be honest. I'm busy trying to grind away at work as I can. But anyways, in the brief moments I do. Well, you know what? Forget all this. Let's get into Marvel Snapcast because you've been playing it too. I know you've been doing really well because holy mackerel, you hit infinite like in a week. It's insane, insanity. Um, Marvel Snap is good. I have not progressed at like I've been going back and forth nonstop in the 70s, but I'm still having a blast. A lot of great cards this season. Move is getting some love. I like the Spider Peoples. Um, yeah, Marvel Snap's good. What
Yeah.
what are you doing over there in Snap World?
Well, I don't disagree with you there because I've fallen off a little bit the last kind of week or
Mhm.
so, purely because I'm not really sure what I want to do now that I'm at Infinite.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um,
I do the conquest mode, but I'm only mainly do it because I want like if I want the big reward variant or whatever, and I
yeah,
like it. It's a Doc Block in a suit. I think it's snazzy. I'll probably go for it if I can. Um,
the problem with Conquest is one mistake and you have to start again, basically, like all the way
mm,
from the bottom, and
yep.
that's not
Oh, yeah,
particularly fun.
it is. You know what? That's super fair. Um, I have been like in the last match and lost it. You know, the last one before hitting infinite or the final infinite one or whatever. It is rough. It is brutal.
It's like a
So yeah, I know
roguelite.
you're right. Yeah, kinda. Really is. Oh
But
my gosh,
overall, I'm
the more
still
I
really
think about
enjoying.
it,
Overall, I'm still really enjoying Snap. I'm loving like different strategies and stuff like that. And yeah, as you mentioned,
yep.
I've hit Infinite for the first time this season,
Hey, clap, clap, clap. Good for you.
which is fun. Yeah, I honestly never thought I would get to this point, so
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
fun
And the
to be
cool
here.
thing is, it's relatively easy. Next season because you'll just be down to 70.
Mm,
You only have to go 30 levels, not a huge climb.
yeah,
So yeah, good on you, man.
yeah.
Um, Marvel
I
Snap aside. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I yeah, no, you
Okay,
go for it.
okay. Marvel Snap aside, I'm continuing to play Zenless Zone Zero, the Hoyoverse, the character action game, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of become a daily for me because you can log in and if you want, you can just do your dailies in like 5 minutes or so. Because it's really easy, really quick. It's it's interesting to be in a game as it's just releasing content. It's still early on. There's 3 chapters of the main story, and I completed them all, right? So I'm just kind of spinning my wheels, but I'm just dedicating time to improving my characters or whatever. Um, Still haven't spent any money on it.
Nice.
But it is a game it's very good for me to just it works well for me to get in and just zone out or whatever and just merge buttons and whatnot. Um, yeah. Uh, that's that said, I know there's a new chapter coming. I think they're saying. Um, but yeah, no, that's it's good stuff. What about you, Al? What's going on other than Snap World?
Yeah, well, I just want to say you've not spent any money on that game, unlike Marvel Snap.
Oh my, I don't want to talk. Oh, if I think about that for 1 second, just try to even consider how much I spent on that. No, were mistakes made? I don't know.
Look,
Just
just think
doesn't
about
feel
what you
like a
get from it,
mistake.
though. The amount of fun you get from it.
I do have gotten a lot of on for it, but
I try and limit myself to just the season pass, nothing
yeah,
more.
me too.
But
Especially
I
in this day
always
and
pay for
age.
the more expensive season. Also, when I say try to, I haven't. I haven't just stick with the season pass, but I try to. Most seasons I
Yeah,
just do the season pass.
yeah, me
Uh,
too.
but yeah, there've
Rarely.
been a few good packs that I've
Yeah,
purchased for
I
a fiver
I
or whatever.
agree. I haven't done it since getting unemployed because
Well, yeah,
obviously, but
yeah,
beforehand, yeah, no, and there were some that I had to like, oh, I roll for it's those cheap ones, like the $10 one. Like,
yeah,
oh man,
yeah,
look at all this gold and the
yeah.
cool.
They're
They
dangerous.
get you.
Look, I've put in way less money into Snap than I have into Pokemon Go, so that's okay, right?
You know what? Yes. Wait. Yeah, yes. Either way you look at it, yes. I haven't put any money in Go, and I'm proud of myself for that. So you
Oh,
know what?
it's
That's fine.
a wise decision.
Yes.
What else have I been playing? I have played and completed Astrobot, the new Astrobot game, which is just called Astrobot. It's confusing because they have Astro's Playroom, which was the free one that came with the PS5, and they have Astrobot, which is the new one that came out. But they also have, what was the other one called? There was a PSVR one.
Wasn't Playroom the VR one?
No, it wasn't. Astrobot Rescue Mission. That's the VR.
Oh, okay.
I haven't played that one, but yeah, whatever. Astrobot is so fun. It's basically like, it feels like a cross between Mario Galaxy and Mario Sunshine,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's a really nice crossover between those two things. And it does a really nice job of every level feels the right length. It
Mm-hmm.
feels like everything comes back just enough that you don't get sick of anything. Like you don't go, oh, not another one of these levels. And the game is a good length, I think. So I've 100%ed it and I've got the platinum trophy. And I think it took me about 35 hours, which feels like a good length to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a super difficult game, but there are a few levels that are, if you want to like 100% it, that
Sure,
are
sure.
quite difficult and difficult platforming challenges. So yeah, I mean, kind of think about it like with Mario Wonder. Most of it was reasonably easy, like not difficult, but there was a few like right at the very end after the main story that were like super challenging, but you didn't need to do them to like complete the story. It's
Okay.
kind of like that.
It's Kirby-ish in nature.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, I think it's super fun. And it's, I mean, it's a big PlayStation nostalgia fest, right? Like
Yeah.
you're collecting bots that are all, old
It's
characters and stuff like that.
it's it's a shame that Sony failed to protect their legacy, though. You saw that tweet, right?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Okay, what? So I didn't understand. Are those just little? What are those characters? Are they skins or are they just hanging out somewhere? Like, I
So
don't.
they are
Yeah.
other bots that you have to save who like
Okay.
help run your ship, and some of them just
Uh,
happen to look like characters in games.
okay,
the
I
The
see.
best bit about it, right, is like you've got like Crash Bandicoot. There's a Crash Bandicoot one.
Yeah, of
There's
course.
an Aloy from Horizon one.
Mm-hmm.
There's like loads of other ones that I were like, okay, I kind of vaguely know what that is. There's a
Mm-hmm.
Pyramid Head one.
Of course.
It just it feels like the whole rest of the game is very much like kind of cutesy kidsy, and then you've got this bot dressed up as Pyramid Head.
Uh, well, he was already in the Bomberman game and his cute cartoony chibi. So
But it's quite funny because they don't name most of them, right? They have these like
okay.
kind of funny names that
Mm-hmm.
kind of try and explain something about them without actually using the name. It's a little
Okay.
bit weird in that it feels kind of, I heard someone describe it, it was kind of like they're using it without the rights to the characters, so it's like a
Okay.
legally distinct sort of thing.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
the Pyramid Head one is he's called the Executioner.
Okay. All right. Wow, just
Um,
calling him that, huh?
yeah,
Execution.
it's very funny. But
Oh my gosh, I just saw they call Kratos Dad a boy in
yeah,
Atreus boy.
yes,
That's
yes.
incredible.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's stuff like that. It's just very funny, silly stuff. I'm trying to think what else there was. Oh yeah, Thor was Thunder God.
Yeah, sure.
And it's not like the Aloy was Machine Hunter. It's not like they didn't have the rights to these characters. They are their
Yeah,
characters, right?
yeah,
Like, but
yeah.
it's yeah. Nathan Drake is Raider Dude.
Yep.
So
Um,
yeah, it's really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I would really, okay. I would recommend it to anybody who has a PS5. If you have a PS5, I
yeah.
don't think you have a good reason not to buy this game. If you don't have a PS5, obviously, do not buy a PS5 for this game.
Why would you do that when you could buy the PS5 Pro for this game?
Yeah.
Oh, the one with the old colors.
Um,
Oh,
I didn't even notice this at the time, but they have Boku from Boku no Natsuyasumi.
oh wow. There you go. There's your cottage core.
Woo. All right, cool.
Uh,
I think that's. I think I'm probably done talking to Astrobot now. I'll
all right.
3 episodes in a row. That's probably enough for you listeners. Um, cool. So we get into some news then.
Yeah, I guess so. Legally obligated to by no one.
We we have first of all, Orange Season have announced that their 1.0 releases coming on the 24th of October. Woo.
Okay. All right. Which one's wait, is that's the one where you're growing orange trees, right?
I don't think it's like specifically growing just oranges. I think it's a standard farming game.
Oh, okay.
This is the one that had like a longer name and they renamed it. It was something
Okay.
something Orange Season rather than and
Oh.
then they renamed it to just Orange Season.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
it just feels like a pretty standard farming game. There's nothing about this that's
yes.
like, oh, I must get this.
Obviously this is an us problem because we're the ones always reading the news and whatever, so we're the ones who feel the fatigue. Oh, it's so rough when it's hard to stand out. Like I feel so bad that I feel so unexcited or like there's this one's very paint by the numbers farming.
Oof, apparently the first early access version of this was in 2017.
Oh, sick.
Wow,
Oh, good times. Good time.
that's wild.
Well, hey, it made it. I will say that it did make
Next, we have Petite Island. Have released a story trailer for the game. This is definitely not Animal Crossing. Uh,
it's animal intersection.
uh,
Oh,
I mean, it looks nice. Blah blah blah. Too many games.
yeah. They have what is that Calico cat? Is that what it's called? It's cute. It is a cute cat. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Um. Oh my gosh, did you have to go for the island motif when New Horizons came out? Oh my God.
Everything has to be an island or a valley,
Oh gosh. All
or
right.
both. Next, we
Cool. Cool.
have Paleo Pines.
Oh, wait, this one I care about actually.
New DLCs and a new update coming out on the 26th of September.
What are we getting?
That's a good question.
Uh,
Let me
two
just double
DLC.
check.
Wait, they're playing it Michael Jack thrillers to Michael Jack. The trailer is to Michael Jackson's Thriller.
It's
I
spooky
didn't
stuff.
expect that. Oh, spooky stuff. So I
Spooky
guess okay.
stuff. So they've got Trick or Treat and they've got Spooktacular. I don't think they've announced anything about them. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
looking at their news. All I see
Okay.
is the names and then the announcement that they're coming on the 26th. So
Okay. They're probably
we'll
just
see.
in-game events then, adding new holidays or something.
Yeah,
That's probably what it is. All right. Cool. Cool.
we'll
Cool.
see. We'll keep you up to date when we get more information. Next, an update that we do have more information on, Go-Go Town. Their major content update is now out. I think we recorded last time like 4 hours before it came out, so we didn't have a lot of
Of
information.
course. Of course.
But yeah, we do have more information now. The biggest question I had was how the redoing of the industry zones works, and you can basically decide how much space and how many industry zones you have, which is cool. I'm still not
Yep.
sure. I have because I haven't actually booted up the game since they've updated it. I'm still not sure how that affects the like literal cave that exists and whether you
Mm-hmm.
can move that or not. But the rest of it
Hmm.
makes sense, I guess. You can just go, this is an area where we have mining, and this is the area where we have trees and stuff like that. And more importantly, these are the places we have farming. Because they
Mm-hmm.
pointed out, like, you could set up one farm for animals and another for crops, for example.
Okay.
So it's cool. I need to spend some time with this update and see how it actually feels.
I'll
But
wait for 1.0 and this is
I'll,
good news. This sounds like stuff that's good for 1.0.
yeah, yeah. And they've added a bunch of expanded areas which you can purchase as you go, which is cool. And we got more information about the subways as well. So they've added in subways. It's a little bit weird in that it's very much clearly meant to be like a train subway, but
Mm-hmm.
you just walk in and then you walk out of a different exit to get to a different place. So it's just kind of, it's not even going to, it's not even pretending that you're actually getting on a train,
Okay.
which is a little bit weird, but
Okay. Can't
simplest
they at least
probably
can't they
implementation.
can't they at least throw in the Spider-Man, the Metro
Yeah,
little cutscenes in
exactly,
between?
exactly. Um, and the bike place spaces and the car parks are pretty cool. I
Yeah.
noticed that they have a way to be able to summon vehicles that aren't at a specific one, which is nice as well. So if you've lost a vehicle or you're on the other side of a map from a vehicle, you can ask for that specific vehicle to get to you, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
nice.
that's great.
So yeah,
All right.
I think that's the main three things. There's a bunch of other kind of extra content and stuff, but yeah, I definitely need to try this out.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have Moonstone Island. We're getting all our favorite games today.
I
Uh,
like that one. I do like it.
the festivals update is coming on the 30th of September, and this has, can you guess, new festivals.
Wow.
There's
Blowing my
also
mind here, Al.
some new spirits. I feel like this is one really good thing about this is they seem to add in a new spirit every update, no matter how big the update is.
Yeah, it does. Like, so, okay, I think I've discussed this before. Like, I wish I appreciate them putting the work in for it, but I'd rather they just make the spirit and hold off till they can release like 10 of them at once.
Interesting.
Um, yeah,
Why do you
I
say so?
like, okay, well, you know what? It's honestly like going back, let's say that's the motivating factor for me, right? Like, I like to collect the
Hmm.
spirits, right? Just going back for one, I don't know, feels very, yeah, whatever, because it's not like anything, any sort of special event for it or whatever. It's a random encounter in the wild, you know?
Hmm.
It's a very small thing to look forward to. Whereas if it's a 10, okay, that's at least a little more to go through and motivate me
Yeah.
getting
So this
them.
one's four specifically.
Okay.
Um,
All right. The designs are usually good though, so I'm looking forward to see what they are. Um, one big
the
thing,
cooking update also get added four.
yeah.
I'm just checking the previous ones
Well,
as
it's been a
well.
few updates, so maybe I will check it out soon. So why not?
Yeah,
Maybe
if you've
it'll
not
feel like
played it
that.
since the first version, it
Hmm.
definitely feels like it's a good time to jump in.
Yeah. But honestly, the biggest problem for me with Moonstone Island and their updates, like it just, I don't know, it almost doesn't make sense to me how they're doing it because all their updates feel very like, the cottagecore focus on decorations and festivals and things like that, right? Um, but the game is still so very like plot mode or objective motivated, let me say that. When and they haven't really added more like missions or post game things like that.
Mm.
Just stuff to decorate your house and
And spirits.
like and spirits, right? Like so, you collect the spirits, but I guess you have them, and that's it. I guess I don't know. Oh, cool. No, I see the little image of the spirits being added. One of them is mitten. That's good. Um, uh, but I don't know. Yeah, that's all I really want more than anything from Moonstone Island. Something actually to work towards or to feel like to use my
Yeah.
spirits for. Um, yeah,
So it looks like
because.
It looks like one of the so I've just gone through all the updates since they released. One of them
Yeah.
had 3, and all the others had 4. So,
Okay. Oh, all right.
yeah,
Well,
it
that's a
doesn't feel
decent
like a
number altogether.
ridiculously low number to
Yeah.
go with each update for.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I agree. All right, but it is what it is. I'm glad the game's still being worked on. I'd still give it a thumbs up overall. I like the game.
next we have Season Spree. We talked about this at some point. I can't remember when. I know we talked about it because it's on my wish list. uh, it's out now. So if you care about this game, which again, definitely not Animal Crossing.
Oh gosh. One of
I
the
think it
first
does do
things
one interesting thing where it does. So it says that you control the flow of time just by walking around.
that's okay. I don't who I'm looking at it like it's a round spherical world.
Yeah, but
So
that seems to be you're progressing time as you're moving
yeah,
left and right.
that is an interesting mechanic. I will say that. Huh. I wonder how well they utilize that. Um, that is interesting. Um, but are you excited for a cozy world? Because that's one of the first things,
I
pieces
love a
of
cozy
text in the trailer.
world. Nothing makes me more
Uh,
excited about a game than cozy world.
there you go. Well, Season Spree's got you covered. Don't you worry.
We also have a Steam page up for My Time at Evershine now with a lot more information. It's very funny because they announced that this game was coming with no information. And then, like, a week later, the Steam page is up with paragraphs and like 10 different videos and screenshots of what's happening in the
You
game.
know, I kind of like that actually. Like that, the first announcement isn't a proper teaser, actually, right? Like just
Uh huh.
if there's a thing and we just wonder, and then they drop all the information. I
But like
like
a
that.
week,
That's
though? Like, that feels really fast.
oh, you're right. Okay, week is fast. You're right. But in general, I like the strat. But I like well, but hey, what really matters? You know what everyone wants to hear, Al. They're the biggest announcement they're developing for currently unannounced Nintendo
Oh,
platforms.
oh
You,
no, I didn't want to talk about this.
oh, you thought you were gonna
Oh,
get away with me on here?
oh my word, I forgot all about this. Um, okay, right. So many articles popped up and like, oh, first game confirmed for the Switch 2. Oh, we've
Uh-huh.
got Switch 2 game. And you're like, okay, well, let me read what they've actually said. What they've said is, we are committed to releasing this on the next Nintendo console. And you're like, that is not, first of all, shut up. Secondly, that is not anything like what you're saying it is. And
I don't
thirdly,
know.
it's not even the first game that said that. There are many games that have said they're going to do that. This is not a first. It made it sound like it was an official announcement about
Yeah.
the new console, and it was nothing like that. Oh,
Switch 2 announced through my time at Evershane update.
I can't even. Just the
Still
good,
more games
the interesting
than the
thing about this.
PlayStation 5 already. I just want to say.
I mean, half of the so there's only like 20 exclusive PS5 games, and half of them are remakes. Um,
Sick.
what was I saying? Yes.
What's the
So
update?
the interesting thing about My Time at Evershine is that they do appear to be using a new character model, which looks like much more like actual humans.
Wow.
Proper
What a
dimensions and
step up.
proportions. I mean, I think it is. I think they look much better like this. I think some
No,
people
I get
probably
what you're
prefer
saying.
the previous character
Yeah, I
models.
get what you're saying, but it also can sound like they were using freak abominations before. Yeah,
They
oh
did
no,
have very
those
big heads in the previous games.
yeah, those are people, all right. Wow, that's a Breath of the Wild. Wow, that's Breath of the Wild with gophers with hats on there. Okay, okay. Oh,
I
I,
mean, I'll be honest, unless they've fundamentally changed how the crafting works, I'm not playing this game.
yeah, no, I mean oh my gosh, I don't know how to feel about this. The game. It feels, I don't know, in going more, normal proportion, it almost feels a little more generic.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair. That's fair.
here we go. My time at Power. non lawsuit edition. Let's okay.
All
Well, there
right.
you go.
Well, we also have some new games because the list of new games is never ending. Uh, First of all, we have The Last Farmer. The Last Farmer is not just a tale of survival, it's a journey of restoration. Amidst the sprawling deserts of a forgotten Texas, don't we all wish Texas was forgotten? Your farm becomes a symbol of hope and persistence. Uh,
Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, this is not what I expected. Sorry, I just clicked on the link. This is not the aesthetic I expected at all.
you didn't expect a zombie game?
No, no, I did not.
And oh my word, there's
Oh,
the
the logo looks like
zombies can like just listen to this sentence. Zombies can be processed into fertilizer, helping you
sick.
restore the fertility of the dead land. You have a literal meat grinder that you put a zombie on, and it turns it into fertilizer. And it does not hide away what it's doing. It
Oh,
is like
sick.
so clear what it is horrific.
That's kind of sick. They're, leaning in all the way.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So, oh my God. I'm just still recovering from the jump scare got you from what well not like jump scare, just completely not expected. So when they say the last farmer, they mean the last of us farmer.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
they
that's
mean,
pretty
because
much what it is.
that is the aesthetic, that's the logo, that is
Hmm.
what they're saying. You are the last of us farmer. Oh
Farming is
wow.
only part of survival. You'll need to craft tools and firearms to defend yourself and maintain your farm.
There you
Resources can be
go.
processed into biofuel, which is vital for keeping your operation running and surviving in this harsh world.
There you go. Okay. Oh, okay. You got me. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, I just looked at the next link and I got another big shock.
All right, well, let's go on to the next one then. Castaway. Retrieve your weapons, face bosses to
Oh
save
my
your dog in a
gosh.
retro adventure focused on 3 dungeons. Finish the story mode to unlock the survivor mode, a 50-floor death tower. You'll enjoy classic mechanics, charming visual style, and enchanting soundtrack. Is this not actually farming? I don't think this is farming at all, is it? Why did I add this
No,
into the list?
I don't. I'm looking at
Is there
it.
no farming in this at all? I'm sure I added this in for a reason.
Like I'm looking. I'm playing the trailer. I
Nope,
don't
I don't
know.
know how this managed to get in there, but
Did you? I don't know why you added a.
it's a Zelda game.
It is not just a Zelda game. It is the Link's Awakening. It is
Yeah,
Link's.
yeah.
It is the Power World equivalent of Link's Awakening. Wow, that their character, it's just Breath of the Wild Link. Wow. Wow. Okay.
You know what I
Boy, I
think I
hope you
probably did? I probably saw the word castaway
yeah,
and just assumed it was a farming game.
I don't blame you. Like that's a common trope for us. Well, hope they don't have any mechanics that are repetitive. Oh, okay. What's next? Is the next one actually cottagecore?
This one's definitely cottagecore. We have Artisan Story. Aspiring to be the best
That story.
artisan
You know it is.
Aspiring to be the best artisan in the world, our young artisans are opening their workshop complete with a monster ranch. Tame monsters from the dungeon, tend to your it's Rune Factory, right?
It's in every you've ruined the genre for me. Every game is just the Yahtzee of other games now. This is just a Rune Factory.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
Is this how this podcast dies? With a whimper of the.
Oh, that was without question. That's how we're going to. What's oh what's gosh, darn it, what's the gummy guy game? The gummy gumdrop guy? I can't remember physics based one.
Oh,
Um
yes.
oh, what is it called? Southfield.
Southfield, yes.
I'm gonna go look at Southfield
Make yourself
to
feel better.
yes, as a proverbial drink for my eyes, because oh my goodness, this is a rune factory. What's the artist? Oh my gosh, and the name. It's we're just oh my gosh.
So you're not excited about this one? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, but the worst part is it looks. it actually looks, or at least the trailer, like assuming I don't know if this is all the in game or whatever, but it does look. The visual presentation's nice. They're kind of going for the Octopath
Mm-hmm.
2.5D, whatever you want to call it, right? With kind of flat
2D HD
sprites,
or what? Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, with flat sprites on a 3D world. Oh my gosh, some of the monster designs that I mean they work well, but they're just riffing off other things. It's the characters that get me because those are just Rune Factory. I mean, it doesn't help Rune Factory's already generic as it is with those designs. But oh my gosh, it's clear what we're going for. Oh,
All right.
oh.
Let's finish off the new games with Luma Island.
We need a section of new games in quotes and actually new games.
Oh yeah, look, it's another island. Travel to Luma Island to go on an epic adventure by yourself or with your friends and family. Build your dream farm, master professions, collect magical lumas, find treasures, and unravel the mysteries of the island.
Finally, we can build our dream farm and unravel mysteries of
I
the
will say,
island.
I quite like the graphics in this game.
It
The
does.
art style. It's kind of, it feels like it's trying to do pixel art in 3D.
Yeah, yeah, I can see what you're saying. Yeah, I can go. It reminds me of Fabledom, a little less cartoony. Like you said, I
Yeah.
think yeah, the pixel art in 3D kind of like rounded, fully rounded. I can kind of I see what you're saying. It does look nice, the visuals. Nothing like it's not super stylized. The characters are fine, but it looks nice. It's well done. I'll say that, right? And you can rotate the camera. I like
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
always say this.
I hate how every scene is just the camera constantly rotating. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
it
dizzy watching
is.
this.
Yeah, you can. I get you. You're right. You're so right. Um, I appreciate like I've said this before. I appreciate it when they go for 3D because, or generally speaking, I do. Looking at you, Artisan Story. Because it's so easy to do a Stardew clone. Um, but it looks nice. I'll say that. It feels very like a sandboxy sort of game. I don't know what a Luma is, but there you go.
It's the star from Mario.
I I I was I tried making a joke, but I lost the train in my head. So, but yeah, where's that game? Where is?
What a Mario farming game.
Yeah, oh yes,
A
sure. I don't know.
Luma farming game.
Yeah, why not?
You're just
Somebody's got to grow crops on that spaceship.
you're playing as Rosalina and you're breeding Lumas,
You
sending
know,
them off in to make stars.
I don't I hate how much I love that concept. Actually. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, I'd love a game just running the starship, whatever, the observatory, whatever, with Rosaline. Oh my gosh, that'd be.
All
Thank you,
right,
Luma Island, for
there we
giving
go.
us that concept.
That's the only one that I'm looking at out of this list and going, I could see myself playing this.
Yeah, that is by far the best one, because it's the only one that's not a complete knockoff of something else. Yep, we had Last of Us, Link's Awakening, and Rune Factory. New entries announced for them. Oh,
All right, so that's all the news and the new games.
okay.
We are now going to do our Stardew character uh,
Tier
tier
list.
list.
Okay, so uh
A
that's the
couple
sign
of
for you listeners to, turn us off lest you, hear our awful opinions.
So a few ground rules for this. First of
Okay.
all, it is every single character in Stardew.
All
Every single
right.
one.
Every single one.
Secondly, we're going to do this as there's 5 tiers. There's S, A, B, C, and D.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to argue about it until we agree on something. Some of them I think will be pretty obvious, but there might be some that we have to kind of disagree on and argue and finally
All
get to a
right.
decision.
Sure.
And just for listeners, if you're hearing this part of the podcast, that's because I got the video successful. We are hopefully going to have a video of this, of building the tier list. We'll see if it works or not, but I am sharing my screen with Kevin. He can see what I'm doing, and we're going to build up this tier list together. If that doesn't work, there'll be an image of the tier list as well. I mean, there'll be an image of the tier list either way, because can't make people watch the video just to see the visual of it.
All
But
right.
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, so we're starting off. We're just going to take this in the order that they have them in this list. First up, we have Abigail.
I think this is this alphabetical. I don't know. Whatever. Abigail's.
Oh, it might be alphabetical. Yeah,
Uh, she's fine, I guess. B. I don't know. I'm pretty indifferent.
I'm thinking A personally
Okay.
because she eats rocks.
Wow, I don't remember that detail. A for sure.
I think she's fun. And she's a little bit weird, and I
Yeah,
like weird.
you know what? Hold on, I'm remembering. She's the product of an affair, basically, right? That's the implication we're getting. Um,
She
so you
literally,
know
you
what?
give her amethyst and she will eat the amethyst.
That's right. I forgot about that. All right, A tier
Like
for that. Well,
it's not even hinted at. It is very clear she eats
uh
the amethyst,
Yep,
and I
I'm
love
down
that.
for it. I'm down for that. All right, A tier for Abigail.
Okay,
Absolutely.
cool. Alex,
B, I guess. He's the jock, right?
he is the jock. I will say the one thing that kind of like justifies him is that if you are a male character in the game and
Yeah.
you go the relationship with Alex, he kind of goes through a journey of self discovery, shall we say?
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I didn't realize that. All right. If you want to go A for that, I don't mind it. I'm fine. B, A, whatever you want. That is a nice touch. The fact that
Yeah,
they made the effort for that.
we'll go B.
All right, B.
He's a little bit more rounded than some of the other characters, but I don't think he's quite A.
Okay, fine.
Ne- Next, we have the bouncer from Calico Desert.
S does his
So
job well.
as far as I know, he has two lines. One of which is "No, you're not getting in," and the other one of which is "Okay, on you go." And
Perfect.
that's it.
Nailed it. No notes. He delivered. He promised. He came. He delivered. Attaboy.
I don't know what to say. Um,
I I almost want to say S because there's nothing else.
I mean,
It's
I mean,
not,
he's
or
not
just
particular.
you have to put him in B because that's the normal, right? He's not good or bad. That would be the
Okay, sure, fine. Let's put the bouncer from Calico Desert into B.
sick.
Next, we have Caroline.
Who's this one? It's been too long since I played Stardew.
So Caroline gives you tea.
Okay.
That's her best thing. No, she's married to Pierre. She's Abigail's mum.
Okay. Oh, so she's the one who had the affair. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's spicy. Um, I'm. Do they? They only kind of briefly reference that. They don't lean into it too much. I
Mm-hmm.
can get why, but um, like I wish they kind of did. That would be a good plot line to follow through with. But yes, and remembering her now, yeah, she's just kind of there, isn't she? Um,
She's fine. Yeah, I don't think she's
B,
particularly bad. Are we thinking B? Yeah.
maybe C even. I don't know, because
C.
like
What's the reason for marking her down?
just not as memorable as Alex or the bouncer. That's the only thing.
Hmm.
But I mean,
Okay,
yeah, I don't
fine,
know. I'm fine either way. I'm not
fine.
to
Let's
me.
go C.
Okay, well, the next one calls for the establishment of a new tier, the Clint tier at the bottom. Do we
The
have to
Clint
go?
tier where we have very bad kerning between the L and the I. Yeah. Um.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, he's D tier, right? Like, he doesn't learn anything. He never has any personal growth. He's just a little grumpy guy who can never admit that his problems are somewhat self-inflicted and could absolutely be solved. There's no reason why. Uh, there's what am I trying to say? There's no reason why he couldn't get into a relationship with Emily if he actually tried. She is a lovely person and she gives him plenty of
Mm,
opportunities, and he never even bothers to try, and he gets
yeah,
grumpy when you get in a relationship with her, despite the fact that he was never doing anything. He is not a good person. He's not nice to be around. D.
fine. You win out.
I'm sorry. Was I trying to convince you? I don't think so. I don't think I needed to
No,
convince
that's
you.
what he told you. Remember? That's what he says when you All right. So that's probably the
Demetrius.
easiest one, right?
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
Demetrius.
for sure. I'm thinking C for him. He's fine, but again, not
Yeah,
particularly like interesting.
yeah. He's a scientist, right? He just
Yeah.
sciences it up off screen. Yeah, I'm
He's
fine for C.
he's sciencey, but Maru does the science angle much more
Mm-hmm.
interestingly.
Mm-hmm. I agree. C is fine because yeah, he's just there.
Yeah, he's fine. I don't. He's a little bit. He does. I will. The other reason for I guess putting him down to C is I feel like he. So he is. I think canonically autistic.
Okay.
And he's
Yeah,
very
I
much
remember. Mm-hmm.
using that as an excuse rather than
Right.
uh, like an explanation for things and trying
Mm-hmm.
to understand. Um,
Yep.
what's her name?
Robin?
Yes, Robin. Thank you. He doesn't really try and understand Robin's point of view. He just uses his autism as an excuse, and
You know,
so
bump
that's
him
why I
down to
marked
D. I forgot he took Robin from.
him. All right, fine. Yeah, sure, fine.
I don't care. I said I joke,
Maybe we
but I'm
do.
fine
Maybe
either
we
way.
do need to add. Maybe we do need to add a Clint here then, because he needs to be lower. Uh,
Hmm. The
dwarf.
D tier with the understanding Clint's actually a tier lower.
All right, so we'll put him there, and Clint can be at the
Yeah, there you
bottom of
go.
D tier. Dwarf. B tier.
Who's this?
So he runs the shop in the cave in the mine.
Ah, okay. Sure. Cool.
You also get a little bit of backstory about him where when you progress Krobus's line because
Mm-hmm.
the dwarfs and the shadow people had a war and they end up
Oh,
fighting and you have to like calm
I
them
did.
down and say, look, it's not a war anymore. Would you
Whoa,
shut
I
up?
didn't know that. Well,
Oh,
he's
have you
that
not
one
experienced
guy.
that bit?
No, I don't think I have. Wow, that's cool. Like that one guy in Vietnam who thought the war was still going on or whatever.
Yeah, I think they both
Sick.
know the war's not going on, but they still like it's like a low level feud they have.
Okay, good times. All right, Elliot.
Elliot.
You know what? My biggest thing for Elliot, or the biggest plus for Elliot, is he's not as big as of a d-bag as I thought he would be just from how he
Yeah,
looks.
that's fair. That's
He's
fair.
pretty. He likes to write, right? He's just over there just poetrying it up or whatever. He's
Hmm.
fine. He's not particularly mean or nasty or anything. He's just kind of his own space, doing his own thing. I haven't done. I don't remember too many events with him to be honest. So, like, he's
I think
fine.
if you go into the romance things, he is
Hmm.
quite he's quite doting on you, shall we
Oh,
say?
that's nice. Yeah, I'll give him an A. There's a lot of awful people. He's A for being not awful.
Emily S tier.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
Yeah, we love Emily. Evelyn. Ooh, Evelyn S tier.
Oh, 1000%.
Good, good, good. George. B tier. He has some positives and he has some negatives. He's a grumpy old
Yeah.
man, but I think he has the right to be a grumpy old man. And also,
Yeah.
he can be quite nice in a few situations
Yeah.
where you realize that there's reasons why he's grumpy and oh well, obviously he's old. You know why he's
Yeah.
old,
I
but
mean, yeah. But
he comes across initially as just a grumpy old man, but you find many
mhm.
more layers to him, and he actually can be
Yeah.
quite nice when you get to know him.
Yeah. I agree. B for that because he's layered, like you say, right? That's always cool. I appreciate that.
Gil. He's one of the Adventurers Guild's people.
Okay.
Um,
That's why his name is Gil.
I, I'm gonna go for C purely because there's nothing really we know about him other than just he is there,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I want to know more about him.
Isn't he the one who goes saves you if you fall in the caves?
No, Linus saves you if you die
Oh,
in the
Lines, you're
caves.
right, you're right. Sorry. Yes. Okay.
Come on, don't be
Next
taking
up.
it from our guy
Yes.
Linus.
Next up.
Next we have the governor.
Oh my gosh,
So
I
I think
forgot. He comes for that one festival, right?
I think that's his only appearance is the festival. And let me tell you, he is not very good at telling you that your soup isn't great, right?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't go there. Oh, no, he goes. This is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's C.
Sure. I didn't vote for him.
Grandpa.
Okay. I've never made it to Grandpa.
What?
I've made it
You've
to year
never
2.
made
I
it past year
never.
2?
No.
What?
So tell me about
So,
Grandpa.
right, okay. So, obviously, positive, he gave us the farm.
Mm-hmm.
That is where the positives end. Why does he wait until we are, nearly going to kill people in our office job for us, for us to open this letter? Like he tells you should only open this letter at this situation, and it's like, why could we not have had more years of an enjoyable life helping the people in the valley? And
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't understand that. He's really judgmental. He gives you he doesn't consider you as a whole person unless you are married and have children. I just he's a little bit old fashioned. I don't really feel like he. Having said that, at least his
Look, it was the style
he
at the time. As
at least he
whatever.
does recognize same-sex marriages. So there is
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like if you are in a same-sex relationship, that does count as points. But he is not giving you points for being a fulfilled single person, which is not great. I'm thinking C.
Oh, sure.
Like is slightly negative if we're doing that. If
Yeah,
B is the baseline, he's
yeah,
more negative than he is positive.
sure.
Gunther, the archaeologist at the
Museum.
museum,
He's always at the museum.
he
He's
gives us lots of
museumy.
free things after we
He
give him lots
does.
of things.
I'll give him a B. He cares about his collection, right?
Yeah,
He is a good curator or whatever.
and I don't
Aside from
think
the
we can
fact
knock
that he
him
doesn't
down.
fill them.
I don't think we can knock him down for just keeping to himself. Like
Hmm.
sometimes, people just want to keep to themselves.
Hey, Bouncer made it to B tier. Gunther, you're pretty much in the same boat as Bouncer. You did your job.
Gus, the bartender.
Oh, that's got to be at least A.
I was thinking A as well. Yeah,
Gus is a great guy. Just look at him. If you look at him, you see his person.
he's the center of the community.
He really is. Um,
He should be mayor.
he, I mean, effectively, he might be. Holds more power than Lewis. um,
Haley.
Haley.
I want to put Haley in S tier.
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a big arc, right? Probably one of the most well-defined arcs in the game, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
Look, do I
Uh,
always romance the mean girl in farming games? Yes, I do. Uh,
um,
Harvey, the doctor.
Harvard, he's fine. I'd say B tier. It's like I mean, obviously his personality is supposed to be very timid and reserved or whatever, but I don't know. Like, I did a few events. I think I wrote a hot air balloon for some reason.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. He just fans stand out to me. Again, I obviously didn't do his full romance route or whatever, so I don't know if there's more to it. But he's fine, I guess.
Okay, beer. I think this one's the witch.
Oh, is that the witch? I don't know her. I didn't.
You don't really, encounter her as part of the thing.
She gives you a lot
Um,
of powerful stuff, right?
well, you're kind of stealing it from her,
Oh
right?
well.
Like she never gives you permission.
Oh,
I'm
oh
pretty sure
well.
this is her.
B? I don't know.
I'm just trying to double check that I am correct that this is actually the way. I don't know where this image came from, and part of the problem is that like where these are alphabetical. So what character is this? And looking through the list of characters on the Stardew website does not come up with this person at all. It's between Harvey and Jazz.
Mm,
Let's just assume it's the witch and go with that. Uh,
yeah, I don't
she
know.
does occasionally give you a void egg on your farm. So there is that.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
B,
B, I guess.
no
Oh
particularly
wait.
negative feelings towards her.
Henchman. Actually, this guy is the henchman
Oh,
who guards the
henchman.
witch's hut.
Oh, isn't he an ogre?
He's a goblin, apparently.
A goblin.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the henchman.
Yeah.
Silly me.
Well, I
That
mean, he could be
explains the alphabetical order.
representative of the witch. It's all kind
Well,
of the same thing.
no. We need to go with the henchman. We need to go with the
Okay.
henchman. He's a different character.
I'll still say B. Does he do
So
anything?
he does exactly one thing, which is guard the witch's hut.
Uh-huh.
And when you give him some void mayonnaise, he eats the mayonnaise and leaves his post, and that means you can get to the witch's hut.
There you go.
So he, if I was the witch, I would say he's not very good.
Yeah, I was about to say he's not a very good guard, not great at his job, huh? Easily bribed. C for the henchman.
All right, fine, let's go. See,
Or not a great job
Jazz,
performance review. All right.
Jazz, the singular female child. Uh, uh, I'm thinking B. She's fine,
Yeah,
and
she's a little kid. That's kind of
yeah,
it.
yeah. Jodie,
I feel like she's got to be A, maybe even S. She puts up with too much nonsense.
she really does, and I think yeah, I'm leaning towards S as well because I think the thing about her is yeah, she puts up with so much nonsense, but she sticks with her family because she loves them.
Yep.
Like she could absolutely and has clearly thought about running away,
Yep.
but she doesn't.
She's stuck. Um.
Let's do it.
Ugh,
S.
Kent.
So we have a bit of a problem with Kent. He's obviously not a great person. He does have PTSD,
Yep.
and that's obviously a problem. He does not deal with it in a great way,
Nope.
but when this is pointed out to him by you,
Yeah.
he then understands and goes, "Oh, you're right. I should deal with it better." So he does have some introspection there.
Okay.
So he is better than Clint.
Everyone is better than Clayton. Do you want to put him at B? I mean, we put
I
George at
don't.
B.
I don't know if I'd want to put him at B. I feel
Put him
C.
at C.
I feel like he's C. I feel bad, but also it shouldn't take a random farmer telling you that you're treating your wife
Yeah.
badly for him to start
Yeah.
listening to that.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Well,
it's like,
this-
I understand that PTSD is a really serious condition,
Oh, absolutely.
but it's the same thing as Demetrius with his
Right.
using his autism as an excuse. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
you have this, you are in this situation, you have to deal with this the best you can, and there
Yeah.
are ways that you can learn to deal with this,
Yep. It's about the willingness, right? Like that's putting the effort, trying to.
which he
Yeah,
does
we
have
talk-
a bit of, which is why he's better than Demetrius as well, because he does
Yeah, sure.
he does introspect on that and go, right, you know,
Yeah.
you're right, I shouldn't have done it that way, let me
Right.
help, let me figure it out.
Okay.
Krobus,
S.
A tier. Oh, S. Oh,
Because he's cool. I love Krobus. Shadow person. It's just
I
Krobus
wish.
world.
So
and we're just living in it.
my only reason I'm not putting him in S is I wish he'd put himself out there a bit more.
Yeah. Okay. Like I love him, but like he's not a particularly deep character, right? He's a fun shadow person, whatever. You can put him in A. That's fair. Like if we really want to save S for the stars, the ones who shine.
Leah.
I mean, I'm biased, of course. I'm gonna say S because she's the only nice person.
Let's go with it. Yeah.
When
yeah,
you
S.
start,
I'll accept that. Lewis. D tier, but above Demetrius.
the D tier is placed in the correct order.
Yeah, it's the only tier that is ordered anything other than alphabetical. The rest of them are alphabetical. D tier is in order of how much we dislike them. Are you disagreeing with me at all?
I'm going to disagree.
There we go. Good. Linus, S tier.
Yeah, enough said. We don't even have to go into that one.
Cool.
Um,
Marlon, he's the other Adventurers Guild guy. So I
he
feel like
looks
we
cooler.
do. Yeah,
Where do we put
but I
the
feel
other-
C as well. Like he's
Yeah,
he's
fine.
just
he's just there.
not fleshed out.
Yeah, fine.
Marnie, A tier.
Yeah, I'm down for that. She's great at her job. She takes good care of all those aminals.
But she needs to not let Lewis take advantage of her. And
Yeah.
I don't care what he thinks. He needs to, if he's serious about her and their relationship, he needs to just deal with it. And he never
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. You're right. All right, next up, what's her face?
Maru,
Thank
A
you.
tier.
Yeah, all right. She has the cool science bit and loves the learning. Yeah, I'm down
She's
for that.
definitely the more interesting science character. She is fun in a lot of ways. She's not one of the best though.
Sure. Where-
Morris. Okay, so I'm thinking D tier, but not as bad as Lewis. Sorry, no,
Sure.
worse than Lewis. Sorry, worse than
More-
Demetrius. Better than Clint.
I
Worse than
kind
Demetrius.
of like Morris because he's just so cartoonishly evil. Like,
Oh, I mean, if we're talking about what we think about how they are portrayed,
Hmm.
then obviously. But this is about how we feel about them as people.
Okay, sure. I mean, yes, that's fair, but I'm just commenting. I like it because he's so cartoonishly evil.
Oh,
But
absolutely. I
but
agree.
yeah, clearly not a great person. Yeah.
Mr. Chi.
Oh, he's the guy in the desert, the casino or whatever, right?
This
Whatever.
is how I know that you haven't played Ginger Island as well,
Oh, there you go.
because he also runs a little thing in Ginger Island that allows you to get a
Okay,
bunch of stuff. I'm thinking
cool.
B for him.
Sure. Yeah, sure. You
He
don't
gives you a
actually.
bunch of fun challenges.
Yeah, there you go.
You know.
Yep. All right.
Okay,
Uh, oh boy, here we go.
I'm struggling with
Ooh,
Pam.
ooh.
I don't know what to do with Pam.
Oh, I'm also struggling.
C.
Okay, I was about to say that. Looking at the D tier, is she as bad as the other ones in
Oh
here?
no, she's absolutely not.
Right, so
Absolutely
C.
not. Like she has not, as far as we know, although she is a drunk and a
Yeah.
bus driver, as far as I'm aware, she doesn't do them both at the same time,
Well, there you, there you
which
go.
automatically makes her not D tier.
There you go.
And I feel like with a little bit of changes, she could be B tier, because I feel like she's just a bit too proud. And
Yeah.
like there is a point where she accepts you building her a new house,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the only time that she ever really accepts help from anyone. And the
Mm-hmm.
problem is, it's not just her, it's Penny as well, right?
Which
Like it's not just her life, but she
which brings
acts like
us.
her pride
Yep.
matters above everything else.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that brings us to
Penny.
Penny S tier.
A
She
tier.
A
Hmm.
after dealing with Pam, still coming out like that. She's a, she's pretty cool, isn't she? She's from what I
Okay,
remember.
fine. Fine. S tier. S tier.
She and yeah,
PR C tier.
yep.
He tries to scam people
He's
based on
also real.
you give him a bunch of stuff and he sells it for
Yeah,
way more money than it should be.
he's also kind of whiny.
He's so whiny. Oh my
Yep.
word. I help run out of town the other his other competition, and all he does
Yep.
is still whine about it.
Yep.
Robin S tier.
Um, Robin Esther, yes, she, I mean, all jokes aside of my story, she's like arguably the most competent person in the game, and she
Mm.
runs a business and she builds everything. Like, she's killing it. She's, moisturized, living her best life, whatever that whole thing is. Yeah, Robin's cool.
Sam.
He's Mr. Wait, no, who? Wait, no, is he the coder? No, that's the other guy. Wait, what's Sam?
No,
He's not.
Sebastian's the
He's
coder.
Sam. He's musician. He's music. He's Cat's
Yes,
kid. He's the
musician.
music
Yes,
kid.
you are correct.
Um, I don't know. Does he have deep? I don't remember his events and dark
C
romance.
tier.
Sure. I don't know. Does he do anything past that, or is he just music guy?
Yeah, I feel like everything that he does, either Alex or Shane do better.
Sure, sure. All right. Next up,
Sandy.
Sandy. Yeah, that's her name. She's cool.
Sandy would be S tier or A tier if you could romance her, but you can't. So
But you
B tier.
can't. Fair enough.
Sebastian, A tier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so. All right, I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, sure.
You want to
Uh,
argue for S? No.
no, yeah, no, I'm good with A.
Okay.
Um,
Shane.
Shane. This is a rough one, isn't it?
If I was talking about the characters in terms of like how they are portrayed and how they are as a story based thing, I would put him in S tier. I think his story is very good and very
It
heartbreaking,
it
and
is.
but like I like how it's like moving towards a better place, but
Hmm.
not pretending like it's a fairy tale thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm down for that. I guess. Yeah, right. Because like, as in its totality, it's a very it's a well done arc or whatever. Right. All right. You have I forget little.
Vincent.
That's his name. Little kid. He's a little
uh
kid. B, maybe.
sure.
Or
Yeah,
is he
let's go
maybe
B.
A because he has Kent for a dad?
No.
Um, all right,
No, he's
next.
more annoying than Jazz, so
Yeah,
he would go down.
true,
But he has
true,
Kent for a
true.
dad, so he's
So
up
it
to B.
evens out at B. Fair enough.
uh, Willie A tier.
Oh yeah, man loves his fishing.
Wizard
Wizard. See,
B tier.
B. He's
Ooh.
a home wrecker.
Yeah. Okay. C. Let's go for it.
All right,
Are we
there we
happy with
go.
this as our
Uh,
tier list?
probably. Yeah.
I just realized I should have not had the screen on dark mode because you can't see Krobus on
Yep.
this.
Yeah. I was gonna sit
But
there.
he's there. He's there.
I love Crowbar season A. The only one is like after going through all these, I almost well no because I was just thinking no Alex is still pretty simple. Like aside from his journey of discovery, like as a character, he's still pretty simple. So yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm content on that. He's like the only one maybe I'd bump up to A, but that's I'm not I'm not gonna argue. Like he's fine in B too. But yeah, all right. Uh, I feel. Should we bump up Caroline back to B? Like looking at the other one, she's not bad. Oh no, wait, she's the one who had the affair, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, and I forgot about that. Yeah. All right, no, she's good. All right, I'm down for that. I'm happy. I'm content. Oh,
All right.
the hall of losers. That is D tier. Very, very clear and distinct.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't like them. Um all right. Awesome. Well, listeners, if you want to see our tier list, there will be an image linked in the show notes. And if you're listening to this, if you're hearing this bit, it means that I've successfully created a video of it as well.
Oh yeah.
And so there'll be a link to that, and you can watch us put it together.
Promise Krobus is there.
He is definitely there. All right. Well, I think that's us. Thank you, Kevin, for
All
joining
right.
me for
Thank you, Al.
the tier list of Stardew Valley characters. I just realized that list did not include, there's like 2 characters on Ginger Island, but it wouldn't have
Mm,
really helped because you don't know them. So,
yeah.
um,
So thank you for our Tears of the Valley episode. Um,
where can people find you on the internet, Kevin?
find me at Cooper Prez if you want to see me mostly stealing other people's memes because they're funny. Find me at Spider Squared if you want to see my art. Somebody actually commissioned me recently. Blew my mind. I don't know how they even found me. um,
Nice.
yeah, so that's fun. Yeah, I'm always open for commissions. And I have been doing art stuff. I haven't posted, but I have actually been doing a little more in my spare time. But yeah, that's at Spider Squared if you want to see the art stuff, or find me at Rainbow Road Radio, a podcast I do with our mutual friend Alex, where we talk all things Mario. By the time this comes out, it will be an episode I can't tell you about because I'm not on this one. I won't
Shocking.
say who is on it because I'll listen, so he'll find the surprise when it's out. But
Spoilers.
spoilers.
It's literally only for me because everyone else listening to this will have already listened to it if they listen to it.
Yep, probably. All right. But yeah, so again, at Cooper Prez for my personal, at Spider Squared for art, Rainbow Road Radio, check it out. What about you, Al? Where can find you?
People can find me on mastodon.scot as the Scottbot, also on the other site. And you can find the podcast on Tumblr and the other site at thspod. You can send us feedback from our website, harvestseason.club, where you can also find links to everything to do with the podcast, including a link to our Patreon, patreon.com/thspod, where you get access to our Slack, where we talk about lots of things. And I'm sure people will share their own tier lists of the Stardew Valley characters after they
I
listen to this
I
episode.
can't wait for the discussion after this episode. Oh, it's gonna be good. Good time.
You also get access to our back catalogue of bonus episodes. Plus, there will be a new episode coming out on Saturday where we do another tier list. We do a tier list of Pixar films. And oh boy, there'll probably be more discussion
Yeah,
about that, I think, than
that
this
one
tier
was a
list.
lot harder, I'll say, than this one.
We've already recorded that. So, it'll be a fun listen, I think. And People will definitely
fun
disagree with
in
us.
quotes. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's everything then. Thank you,
All
Kevin,
right.
for joining me again.
Thank you, Al, for having me on.
Thank you, listeners, for listening. And until next time, have a good harvest. The harvest season is created by Al McKinley with support from our patrons, including our pro farmers Kevin, Stuart, and Elisa. Our art is done by Micah the Brave, and our music is done by Nick Burgess. Feel free to visit our website, harvestseason.club, for show notes and links to things we discussed in this episode.
Whatever you may rank it.
We should rank seasons next time.
It's in a 4 tier.
Spring is S tier. Summer is A tier.
Fall is S. I'll give fall S.
Oh, see, the problem with fall, or autumn as I would call it, is that it tends to be a lot more windy in my experience. But I don't know, maybe that's different for where you live.
No, I would concur with that. I don't mind the wind. I like it better than the heat of summer.
Well, the problem isn't necessarily feeling the wind, it's the fact that I feel like my house is going to fall down.
You know what? That's a very fair criticism. Then.
Also, is hurricane season not in autumn as well?
It's
surely that's gonna
late
knock it down.
summer, early autumn.
Yeah,
it's
there you
more
go. You got to knock
summer.
it down a bit.
Well, yeah, fine. I can put it in A. I'll put it A with summer.
Yeah, I'll accept
Winter.
putting it in the summer, and then
Okay.
winter is B tier.
I like winter, but this is an uphill battle.
That's why I'm putting it in B tier, not
Okay.
D tier.
Okay, fine. All right, there we go. There's your bonus ranking, everyone.
What a weird post credit.
Yeah, there you go.